What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel and part 2 of my office setup. In today's video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you through all of the tech that I'm currently using, what's changed since my last video, and basically all the devices that I'm currently testing out and experimenting with. My hope for this video is that it gives you at least a little bit of inspiration ideas for your own setup, but in the end, we all have different tastes. So feel free to let me know down in the comments what you would have changed or what upgrades you think I should make in my next video. I do have a fair amount I wanna cover, so let's go ahead and get into it.
I've used Apple and Logitech keyboards for so long, and with so many people getting into mechanical keyboards, I decided I wanted to start testing them out. To start off, I'm trying out the Vissles V84 wireless hot swappable mechanical keyboard. Reasons why I went with this is because I wanted to see how well I could adjust to a 75% keyboard. It's been well reviewed as an excellent entry-level keyboard, and it didn't break the bank. It's also compatible with both Mac and Windows mappings, and this version comes with a more silent linear switch, which was important for me, as while I want to experience the click feedback, I didn't really want a loud click sound every time I type. Another cool thing about this keyboard is the various options available for choosing backlighting. I know RGB lights are not for everyone, but it's one of those things that it's just really nice to have, especially if you prefer cool light effects. So far, my only minor complaint is that the white caps could be a little less bland, but overall this has been a solid option, and I'm honestly looking forward to getting more into the world of customizable keyboards in the future.
Hey, don't forget to mention today's sponsor.
Oh, my bad. I almost forgot to mention today's video is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet. The Ridge offers a variety of premium wallets that are durable, great at keeping your cards and cash secure, blocks RFID, and takes up way less room compared to my old leather wallet. So if you're looking to finally replace your old wallet, or if you're looking for the perfect Father's Day gift, be sure to check the Ridge out by using my link below, along with code LeeLechner for 15% off. Thanks again to the Ridge for sponsoring today's video. Now let's go ahead and get back into it. I recently upgraded my desk pad to a Moxi leather mat. This brand is a little more premium mainly because they're handcrafted and because of the material that they use. It ended up being the perfect size, and the color of it goes perfect with my office design. I will say it does have somewhat of a strong leather smell when you first get it, but it does fade away after a few days. Besides that, I love this new addition. I still use my DeltaHub wrist rest all the time, to the point where it feels weird not to. So they actually hooked me up with a few of their other color options that they now offer. The green version is actually really nice, but I typically just stick with the white, gray, or black versions based off what keyboard and mouse I'm using. For times that I need to focus, or for when I'm editing my videos, I still use my old reliable Sony noise cancellation headphones. And as you can see, I've added a new Ironman piece to my set. It's something that I got sucked into getting from an Instagram ad. It looks awesome, but it is 3D printed, so it's not perfect. I would prefer an all-metal version, but I'm not quite ready to pay $300 to $500 for one. My previous light bar worked well, but unfortunately it didn't necessarily fit securely with my curved 38-inch LG monitor. So I decided to take this opportunity to upgrade to the BenQ Screen Bar Halo. The reasons why you'd want to get a light bar is to help reduce eye strain, balance the contrast of your monitor with your surroundings, light up your workspace, and reduce screen reflection. I specifically end up needing to use it a lot because I work 9-to-5 job as a digital marketer where I'm looking at a computer all day, and then I come home and I either end up editing videos or doing research all night, or I just end up playing some Xbox. So it gets intense for my eyes, which is where the screen bar truly makes a difference for me at night. What's nice about this new screen bar from BenQ is that it's highly customizable, and it also comes with a backlight, which is used to eliminate the contrast between the monitor and the surrounding. Since moving into our new home, I've been working on converting it to a smart house. A big aspect of doing that, especially in my office alone, is that I end up with a ton of Wi-Fi enabled devices. So a better way to help carry the load and help future-proof our house, we upgraded to TP-Link's newest 6E Wi-Fi mesh system. That includes the newest 6 GHz Wi-Fi band. A tri-band system is definitely overkill for our house's size, but sometimes when you really want strong Wi-Fi, you just gotta go all out. Like I mentioned, this mesh system extends my Wi-Fi into the 6 GHz band, and what that means is that the band of Wi-Fi allows for faster download and upload speeds, less congestion, and we get even lower latency now. There are a ton of benefits to upgrading our mesh system in our house, and you'll find plenty of reviews online, but the main thing for me is that I have an even better and more reliable internet connection to take advantage of our fiber internet. I included this in my video because I keep one in my office, as its clean modern design fits seamlessly into my setup, and each device comes with 3 LAN ports for if I ever want to hardwire any of my devices for even better performance. An area where I'm working on improving is merging design, function, and organization throughout my office. I've been wanting to add color changing tube lights to my set of filming equipment, and I've also been wanting to liven up my back wall where my Geek acoustic boards are located. So I recently found these LED tube wands from GVM, and rather than just keeping them in their carrying case that they came with and stuffing them in my closet, I decided to find a way to hang them to make them more of a complementary design piece, serve as backlighting when needed, and the best part for me is that they're super easy to access, which for me means that I'll end up using them way more. On top of that, having them hang there means that they're easier to plug in to recharge whenever I need to. I'm still working on my filming and photography lighting skills, so I'm hoping to get a ton of use out of these and finding creative ways of implementing them. The lights have actually worked pretty solid so far since I've gotten them. The only complaint that I've seen so far is their app, but I change all my settings directly on the lights themselves, so I don't know if I really have much use for the app right now. The wall where I hung my iPhone piece was looking a little empty, so I decided to add a place to hang my backpack as well as a shelf from IKEA. To start off, the hook that I found after a ton of research ended up being perfect for what I was wanting. It's a very clean look, long enough to fit most backpacks, and it can hold up to 40 pounds, which is crucial for times that I leave my laptop and my camera in my Brevity backpack. The IKEA shelf was a perfect addition as well to make this section of my office look more complete. Plus it makes a great display area. I finally also started adding real plants to my setup rather than the fake ones I've used in the past. We've even gotten to a point of taking a bonsai class at a local shop here in Indianapolis. Alright, now let's get back into some of the new tech I've added. One item I was in need of was a webcam. So I recently added the Anker PowerConf C300 webcam to my setup since I typically work from home 1 to 2 days a week. It's a 1080p webcam that comes with several customizable options and nice features, as well as a privacy cover. The best feature for me personally as someone that has a hard time standing still is the camera's AI-powered framing that'll follow me around when enabled. Now that I've been filming more and more, I'm realizing how big of a deal having storage and backup storage is. Because of that, I decided to add the new SanDisk 12TB G drive. This is where I house the majority of my past videos I've worked on, so that I can easily access them when needed without taking away from my Mac Mini storage. But when it comes to my editing, I still use my old reliable 2TB SanDisk SSD. This device is how I go between working on my Mac Mini to my work laptop all the time. Another area where I've run into issues with storage has actually been my Xbox. Now that Warzone's been dying down a little, I've been trying out other games, which has resulted in me having to delete some off my Xbox. So I decided to add this SSD to carry some of the load. There's several options out there, but this one's definitely one of the cooler looking ones as it looks just like a mini Series S. Back in high school, I used to love switching out my RGB lights on my Xbox 360 controllers, so I finally decided to do the same with one of my current controllers using a kit from Extreme Rate. I'm not sure if I'll do a full video on it just yet, but be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as I plan on posting more short form how-to videos there in the future. My Elite controller's stick drift has gotten worse, so I decided to test out a custom controller from Hex Gaming. I was able to custom design my controller using a ton of different options. I tried matching the setup theme, but I clearly wasn't paying attention when I accidentally selected the wrong left analog stick. The main reason I want a controller like this is for the back paddles. This version is okay, but I prefer the Elite controller version. It is easy enough to program the back buttons by setting it into program mode, holding down the back button you want to program, and the button you're trying to program it to. Overall, the controller is pretty okay, especially if you get a nice design with it. I'd like to see them come out with more options for the back paddles in the future, and make the controller rechargeable rather than battery powered. But it has been nice to finally not worry about stick drift. A company called Divoom really liked my new panel board and wanted to add to it, so they sent me over their new retro pixel art device for me to try out. It's actually really cool and makes as a good gift for someone, as you can either design what you want it to display or you can select a piece from a massive library of other users. Now, I've covered these in previous videos, but my workhorse has still surprisingly been my M1 Mac Mini that I have plugged into my Satechi USB hub. I know everyone's been upgrading to the MacBook Pros and Mac Studios, but I feel like it's unrealistic for everyone to upgrade every single year. Plus, these are some of the most affordable ways right now to get into the Mac ecosystem. The game changer for my setup is still my LG 38-inch ultra-wide monitor. I honestly feel that once you go ultra-wide, it's extremely hard to go back to two 27-inch dual monitors. With that said, it also comes down to what you use your setup for. I, for example, do a ton of work with video editing, which benefits from horizontal orientation. But I also still use my 27-inch Ultra Gear monitor as well for projects that are better with vertical orientation. The monitor that I've also been considering is potentially the LG Dual Up monitor. As for what's on my desk shelf, I'm still using the Logitech MX speakers, but I am interested in what you all are using for your setup, so let me know down in the comments below. And last but not least, my Smart Hub, aka the thing that people in my comments always ask what my desk clock is still the Google Nest Hub. I'll most likely do an office automation video sometime in the future where I'll discuss this even more. Alright, that about wraps up part 2 of my Dream Office series. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe to show your support. Links to everything featured today will be down in the description. Be sure to stay tuned as I'll be coming out with a part 3 where I do have some big additions and I'll finally be tackling my cable management. So with that said, let me get to it and I'll see you all next time.